Good afternoon. This is She Traces from Globe Tracer, and today I thought I'd post a video about one of my new favorite reality shows. It's called Married at First Sight. I've been watching, I didn't watch season 1, but I watched season 2 and 3, and now season 4 has just started last week. I'm just really excited because I was not expecting for it to start so soon. For some reason, I remember watching it in the fall and not the summer, so when I saw some of the people that I'm subscribed to on YouTube post a review about the show, I was like, oh my goodness. I was looking it up just to see if there was indeed a new season started, and sure enough was. So I want to talk about why I actually like the show, and I have maybe 2 or 3 strong reasons why I like it. The whole premise is a social experiment, and it basically matches people by using it's like 3 experts. Well, recently in the past seasons it had been 4 experts, but this season they only have 3 experts, and basically they all have different areas of expertise, and they use questionnaires and extensive interviews to basically match people according to whatever algorithm they use. And based on the matches, they match the most compatible couples to be married at first sight. So these people have no idea, no name, no age, no nationality, like nothing. They don't know anything. They just talk about what their preferences are, and not only physically but sexually, all the things that you can think about that makes someone compatible. And so I think it's a brave thing to do. I don't know that I could go through with something like that myself. I think that these people are kind of just tired of dating, and they've tried everything they could and haven't come up with, the one. So they're trying something new, and I think it's a very adventurous thing to do. So I like watching it because I feel like it's not one of those reality shows where you can fake, going through that whole process, the interview process. It's not just a show that you can get on easily just to get married. Like, people are not rushing to marry somebody. I mean, they're legit married to them, and after 6 weeks, they say whether they want to stay together with them or not. And so I like that because there seems to be some authenticity in terms of the participants, in terms of like their longing to be married, and them going through that whole process kind of shows that. The second reason I like it is because it's actually something that me and Brandon watch together, which is hard because we like different things. I think we started watching the second season. I think I was watching it first, and I was kind of behind, and so I was doing a lot of on-demand episodes, and eventually he just started watching with me. I explained to him what was going on, and that was the crazy season with the Spanish girl and the Italian guy, and the 2 Indian girls. So that was a crazy season to watch. Last season was also a season that was uncomfortable, and we didn't think anybody was going to stay married, and we were right. So we kind of like watching to kind of see how the couples remind us of one another, or how they are doing things wrong, because of course it's easier to point out what people are doing wrong when you're watching them, but it's harder to see it in yourself. So sometimes we kind of watch and reflect, especially those conflicts and those kind of situations. Oh my goodness. This whole time I couldn't see the timer, and I thought it wasn't recording. I got a little nervous. So anyway, I was about to say, damn it, Gina! And so it's actually something that me and Brandon can watch together, and we look forward to watching it together every weekend when we reconvene. So I like it because, we get to reflect. I like it because the people seem genuinely, there for the real purpose of the show. And I think that they do a good job. I mean, I'll talk about this new season in a couple of minutes, but I think that they try their best. They seem to be doing their best, and I think one of the things that we came up with at the end of last season is like there's some things that you can't, put together with numbers or algorithms. Like chemistry just cannot be forced. And so their success rate for this show hasn't been that great. I think there's been like maybe 1 or 2 couples out of 3 seasons that have stayed together, and they match 3 couples every season. So I think there's something to say about, natural chemistry, and, there's just some things that you cannot predict. Of course, humans are complex anyway, so you can't really say, oh, because they match in all these areas, they're going to definitely have a great, happy marriage. It doesn't work that way. But it's still exciting to watch. So, now that you know the reasons why you should watch the show, I'm going to talk a little bit about season 4. Episode 1. So there's been a matchmaking special, which I'm not too crazy about. We watched it last year when they were in Atlanta, and it's just kind of like all these people they're interviewing, and they're basically narrowing it down to the 3 couples. But we did watch episode 1, and I'm just starting to go back and watching the matchmaking special and seeing that they take like the little tidbits. So you really don't miss much if you don't watch it. But I want to talk about the couples and how I kind of feel it's gonna go, and I think they picked some good. I'm happy that they moved to a different state. They're in Florida now. I guess they started in New York. They've been to Atlanta, and yeah, I think maybe 2 seasons were in New York. I didn't see season 1. Maybe I'll go back to it. And now they're in Miami, so we have more cultural diversity there. So 2 of the girls are Hispanic. And the other girl's white. No black couples this season. But they got some sort of minority in there, so I guess they counted that. So the couples that are to be married are Nick and Sonia, and I had to write this down because I don't know them very well yet. Nick is a vacation rental manager, and Sonia is a social worker, and they're both in their early 30s. There's Derek, the account executive, and Heather, the flight attendant. That's the white couple. And then Lillian is Nicaraguan. She's a realtor. She's 24, so she's relatively young. And Tom is an interior designer. So for the most part, for the little tidbit that they gave us about each couple, I mean, the guys seem really nice. They're all very nice looking, I must say. I think that the women also seem very nice, but of course you can't go really off of the first episode because you don't really know much, and they haven't met one another yet. They're still getting to the aisle, but it just kind of shows their families, their backgrounds, what they do, what makes them happy. And so they're going through that whole process. And the first thing that I thought about when watching this season was, of course, they introduced a new specialist, or the new panel of people that chose or matched the couples, and Dr. Levkov, the sex expert, is missing, the spiritual advisor is missing, and Salt and Pepper Beard is missing. So it's like you've kind of grown to love these people and these characters and how they all work together, and now they got like a 2 for 3 special now. They just got 2 people, and Dr. Pepper is still there, who I guess is the overall mastermind behind the whole experiment. So I'm a little upset because I even followed like Dr. Levkov on Twitter, and I was tweeting at her. She's tweeting back at me. I'm like, man, she's so cool. And now, they're gone just like that. So I'm kind of, upset about that because I did enjoy them. But hopefully, these 2 people will be worth the watch as well. And I mean, you don't really see a lot of them except when the couples are in crisis and they're like, oh my God, I'm about to leave or whatever. Let me Skype such and such. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I am kind of upset though. Salt and Pepper Beard. I liked him. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for these couples. I'm a little concerned about Lillian and Tom. And I'm going to tell you why I'm concerned. I'm concerned about them because, okay, I'm at 9 minutes. I got to stop. It seems like she's very traditional. And she's very mature for her age. She's 24. She's the youngest one on this season. But it appears like, maybe she's functioning at 28, 29 years old. She's much mature than what her age is. And Tom's, he like lives in an RV. It's a very nice RV. But he lives, to be closer to the beach in this RV. And he's very, kind of go with the wind, doesn't want a traditional home. Like, he doesn't seem very traditional. I'm not saying the opposite's on the track, but I'm just saying, like, there might be some kind of disconnect. I'm not sure if his lifestyle is for her or how much she's going to compromise. But they're the only 2 that kind of had more concerns about. Derek and Heather seem both very calm, and I don't want to say anything else because I don't really know. And Nick and Sonia, I mean, I think everybody else seems to be matched very well, but I'm a little concerned about Lillian and Tom, and you know, maybe I'm proven wrong, but this is just what I got from the first episode of what they showed us. So let me know if you watch the show. What's your favorite thing about the show? What do you think about the couples? Do you have any concerns? Do you think that they'll be successful? Do you hope that they'll be successful? In the comments below. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.